Hi, my name's Emily Jaminet, and I'm focusing this video on the second promise of the Sacred Heart. The second promise is He wants to offer peace to families. I think that this promise is one of the most important promises related to the 12 promises of the most Sacred Heart of Jesus. We received these 12 promises and more promises from the Sacred Heart of Jesus to St. Margaret Mary Alacoque in around 1670. Jesus appeared to her in a way in which his heart was exposed, and he asked mankind for us to respond to his love. He shared in the words that oftentimes we respond with coldness and indifference to him, and he said he can't contain his love, for he loves each one of us so much. The second promise is one which is rooted in the importance of knowing what is peace. Where does peace come from? True peace comes from the King of Peace. That is Jesus. He wants to bless you with his peace, even when life is difficult. We know that he does not remove our trials and difficulties at times, but instead he wants to be with us. He wants to calm us. He wants to strengthen us. He wants us to keep our eyes on him. I can't help but think about when the disciples were in the boat with Jesus. Jesus fell asleep and a great storm came upon him, and they were scared and frightened. Even though they had Jesus in their presence, they still were scared and frightened. How many times in our life do we need to put our eyes back on Jesus? We need to place our trust in him so that new peace can reside in our hearts and in our homes. I love the words from Father Peyton that said, "A family that prays together stays together." That great little slogan is a wonderful reminder of the importance of family prayer. Now I'm going to warn you, family prayer is challenging. My kids range 6 to 22. It's still challenging, but it's really important because we're helping to strengthen our children's faith, understanding that when trials and difficulties happen in their life, when we aren't there to solve their problems, or even when we are there and we can't solve their problems, the Lord is offering them a personal relationship. He's offering them grace. He's offering them his loving heart, love that surpasses all even understanding. He's inviting us to live the abundant life. Peace in the hearts of your family members, peace in your home, is something worth fighting for. Isn't that ironic? Something worth fighting for. We must cultivate peace. We must bring out peace in others. We must figure out how to have inroads for peace. Now, peace is not just compromise, right? Peace is not just sitting back and letting everything take place. Being a peaceful leader is evaluating, what is my next best option? What am I called to do? A lot of times being a peacemaker is when we choose to invite Christ into the matter so that he can give us not only peace, but direction on how to achieve peace. I can't help but think of the words of St. Francis of Assisi, "Lord, make me an instrument of your peace." That's really important to ponder. Am I an instrument of peace in my family? Do I bring out the best in my family? Do my words lift others up? Are my words rooted in love? Do I express love that's like Christ? Is my love manipulative? Is my love hurtful? Do I pull my love back when I get hurt? Remember, we are all human, but holiness is what transforms us. So the more that we do pray, we pray as a family, and we pray as individuals, we pray as couples, we can ask the Lord to be present. So when I think about this important second promise about the importance of peace in the family, family prayer is challenging, like I said. I can't help but think about the gift of the Holy Rosary. The Holy Rosary is something that I grew up with on Sunday night. We, of course, would say it on other times, such as road trips. I would see my parents pray it every day. But the expectation was that you join Sunday night Rosary. Despite, knowing this expectation, it still had its challenges. But my parents showed us the importance of persevering. We improved over time as reciting it. Once we learned the prayers and then we learned the mysteries. And I see that same thing happening in my own family. The importance of gathering for prayer. The Rosary is like a lesson of the Gospels. It's an opportunity to pass on these beautiful key moments in the life of Jesus Christ and his mother. I can't say enough about the importance of the Rosary in bringing peace to the family. We can look to Our Lady of Fatima about the importance of the Rosary. Mary encourages us to pray the Rosary every day. A lot of times my family doesn't pray the Rosary every day, but I do strive for all of us to pray a decade of the Rosary together, for us to share the intentions in our hearts, to thank God for all of our many blessings, and to have important conversations with our children in matters of faith and morals, and hear what's going on in their heart. I can't say enough about you being a spiritual leader in the life of your children. Not just giving them the best opportunities in sports and in school and all those great things, but really engaging in what matters most. Recently, I was leading a women's conference, and one of the key points we talked about was our spiritual mother, the mother up in heaven, right? Our perfect mother. On earth, we are imperfect parents. We're doing our best. We're striving for holiness. But we have a mother who is perfect, who loves our children perfectly, and who loves us. So when we're praying the Rosary, we're introducing our children to the perfect mother. And this is something that's going to give you a lot more peace as you parent, as you move forward, as you reflect on your own life. So I invite you back to this powerful prayer, this prayer that fills you up. This is something that is the greatest gift to your family. And I'm so thankful that as you go about the enthronement, the Rosary is always included. One reason why we say start with a decade is if your family is unfamiliar with family prayer, nevertheless praying the Rosary, praying all 5 mysteries might be really challenging for you. So take those baby steps. Begin with a decade, and then add a second decade, and then a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth. Just like you would exercise. But begin today, growing closer to Jesus through family prayer and asking the King of Peace to come in your home, being open to his will so that you can grow closer to Christ. One of the scriptures I want to focus on as we focus on the importance of peace in the family is Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger by the way you treat them. Rather, bring them up with discipline and instruction that comes from the Lord. Some of the other words used for this same reading were, do not provoke, do not invoke, do not stir up anger, do not be hard on your children. Do not make your children bitter towards life. Do not irritate your children. Instead, bring them up tenderly. And fathers, provoke not your children, but nurture them in the instruction and the discipline of the Lord. So let's remember that when we are seeking to be peacemakers, we're doing it in a way in which there is discipline in the home. There is good instruction. You got to have instruction time, right? There is that understanding that, how we go about doing things can really impact the people around you. Now, when I read Ephesians 6:4, there's always guilt in every parent. No parent is perfect. But there's a powerful response to Ephesians 6:4, is going to your loved ones, embracing them, and telling them that you're sorry for the times that you did provoke them to anger. You did, stir up anger. You were too hard on them. You lashed out. You yelled. Seeking forgiveness is a powerful tool to growing in peace in the family. And along with that, going to confession is a powerful tool to have new beginnings in your family. So hopefully this session was helpful. I look forward to connecting with you on the next promise. And visit us at welcomeisheart.com. Let us know if these segments are helpful, how you are becoming more of a peacemaker in your family. My most recent book, Secrets of the Sacred Heart, 12 Ways to Claim Jesus' Promises in Your Life, is a roadmap, is a tool to breaking down these 12 promises so that you can embrace them and live them in your life. Each chapter has some points to ponder and consider. In it, I talk about this chapter, the importance of the prayer of St. Francis. Again, so that we focus on, how we can be those instruments of peace in our homes, in our own hearts, maybe in our work, and throughout society. So may the Lord be with you and bless you, and have a fantastic day, week, month. Thank you.